Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I have a Patreon deck list from patron Chris, and this is a hybrid of two decks I've never played. So the main deck is what's called TinFins. If you're not familiar, this is a basically Dark Ritual fueled Reanimator combo deck where your goal is to get Grizzlebrand into play, then draw cards, use Children of Corliss to regain the life you lost drawing those cards, then draw more cards until you're able to attack with Grizzlebrand and Embercoil at the same time. The deck is capable of doing this on turn 1. It can wait a little bit to do it more stably, but this is a pretty fast deck in general. And then in the sideboard, there is Doomsday. Just 4 Doomsday, Edge of Autumn, Cavern of Souls, Thassa's Oracle, Ideas Unbound, Personal Tutor, just straight up Doomsday. So I've done some gold fishing of both of these piles, so hopefully I at least know the basic mechanics, but you're not going to see an expert in TinFins or Doomsday. You're going to see me trying to figure out how to navigate actual gameplay with these decks. I've played against both of these decks many, many times, so time for me to do what a lot of Magic players don't spend enough time doing, which is play the enemy side of the matchup, figure out what's important on this side. I already know what's important on the other side, and reverse engineer how to play the deck from there. So Chris assured me it's not as hard as it looks, but let's see how this goes. I'm excited to 22 some people. Taylor Swift, I don't know about you. You're taking 22. And let's do it. It's a combo league. You don't see a lot of combo on this channel. I'm not completely unfamiliar with combo, but this is going to be a learning experience. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to engage how I could optimize my lines. I'm asking for the feedback. Let's go do this. All right, so I am on the play. And I have a hand that isn't particularly fast, but it does have some disruption, half the combo, and some cantrips. So I'm gonna go with this. Generally, you do have to play your land before you start casting spells. So I'm looking for an Entomb. All right, Dark Ritual Goryo's Vengeance. That's not what I need. I need a way to put a monster in my graveyard. There it is. All right, so if I top deck Dark Ritual, I can go off with Daze Protection next turn. If they just like wasteland me or whatever, we get to play the same turn cycle again, but now I have my whole combo in hand. All right, Prismatic Vista. Could be anything, but it's probably blue. So I can Brainstorm, try to hit Dark Ritual, and then go off with Double Daze, or I can Brainstorm on their turn. I'm actually going to Brainstorm now. Hope I don't get Spell Pierced. That would be a pretty big beating. Okay, so Grizzlebrand can go back in the deck because I'm about to shuffle it away anyway. I probably do want both Dazes. I don't think I'm going to need a Ponder at this point. So I can play Lotus Petal to play around Daze, but if I play Lotus Petal, they're going to know immediately that I'm a combo deck, though they should probably know that already. Alright, so I'm going to play Lotus Petal. And if they crack their fetch land, I'm going to Entomb in response. Alright, the reason I'm doing this is this makes Daze a hard counter on Force of Will. It also means they can't Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm or anything like that. Let's dump this Grizzlebrand, and then they get their land. And now they have to disrupt me through Double Daze. And I have 4 mana to their 2. Snow-covered Mountain, huh? What are you doing over there? Am I dead? Am I getting Ruby Stormed? Ruby Storm doesn't play fetch lands. Did I accidentally join a Kaldheim draft queue? Ugh. I like the Kaldheim snow treatment in general, but I do not like the way that these lands look on Magic Online. Alright, so I could brainstorm looking to upgrade to Force of Will or a discard spell before I start casting stuff. Let's see, so the dazes are free. Yeah, I actually do have the mana to make this play, so I will. Alright, Dark Ritual and Goryo's Vengeance. So what does this actually do? I can't keep all of these. What this does is if... Oh, I haven't made a land... Yeah, I played my swamp, right? That happened this turn. Yeah, I played swamp, so I don't have my land drop. So I could put back Brainstorm and Daze, and if I have Dark Ritual, I can Goryo's Vengeance and Shallow Grave. Yeah, I think being able to cast 2 payoffs is going to do better for me than having 2 dazes. So I'll put these 2 back, and it's go time. Alright, so Goryo's Vengeance, start with that one. So I have Daze available, and if they counter this... Alright, there's the Force. Let's hope they don't have 2 of those. Alright, Grizzlebrand's in. Now let's party. So I have Entomb and Cabal Therapy. So I just need the mana to get Emrakul into the graveyard at this point. And the way this deck works is that Shallow Grave and Goryo's Vengeance are both instants, so you can bring back Emrakul in response to her shuffle away the deck trigger. Alright, this did not go particularly well. Now I have to figure out if I should go for... I can keep going here a little bit, so I can at least brainstorm again and see what happens. Oh, that was not a good brainstorm. All right, if I can put back some of these lands. Now if I Dark Ritual and Entomb, this was Shallow Grave that brought it back, so this is going to get exiled in the end step. Alright, I guess I should attack. I can still draw another 7. This build doesn't have tendrils though. Some TinFins builds do have tendrils, but this one unfortunately does not have it because that doesn't make room for the Doomsday package. So I can just therapy them and hope that that's good. I guess I could therapy them, sack Grizzlebrand, therapy them again. Alright, so I'm going to therapy and name Oko. They clearly don't have a Force, so they would have cast it. Or maybe I just want to name Brainstorm because I don't even care about Oko. They would have brainstormed if they had it though, in response to the second reanimation spell. So Ponder or... Alright, I am going to name Oko. 2 lightning bolts. Oh wow, that's not good. Oh wait. I need... If I draw cards, I don't die. So I can draw 7 one more time this turn, or I can try to wait until next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this now. Name Lightning Bolt. And their hand is just a bunch of lands. All right, then I guess I don't need to Entomb now, but it is a shuffle and this mana is just floating here. So I'll dump the other Grizzlebrand. And then next turn I'm going to have to cantrip my way out of here. All right, Grizzlebrand's already gone, so it doesn't get exiled. Don't need this, this, or this. Yeah, so I just got to dig my way. I have a lot of cantrips here. Seeing a lot of cards. There's not a whole lot they can do unless they play a main deck, Bajuka Bog. Decay my LED. Yeah, I don't care about that, and I can't respond to it anyway. Not with anything I'd want to do. Guess as far as cards they could draw go, that one's pretty reasonable. Alright, so I'm going to lead on Ponder, because I'm looking for specifically a reanimation spell. Oh, and I found Emrakul too, so I do want this. Do I want that Emrakul? I wish I had my LED now. That was a good Abrupt Decay. Alright, so I think I should... If I find Entomb... No, I would need fast mana too. So yeah, I'm just going to get back the Grizzlebrand. Alright, Grizzlefather's back. Alright, they're just conceding. They believe that I'm going to figure it out from here. But alright, yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Whiffed on a draw 21. But didn't really matter. So now they're going to board in Graveyard Hate, and I'm going to board into Doomsday. So this is what that looks like. The cards that are specifically for the TinFins strat are these ones. And then the cards that are for the Doomsday are these ones. But I have to cut more cards than this package is. So I get the Flusterstorms and one of the Echoing Truths for free, basically. Don't even know if I want Echoing Truth, but is any of these cards better than... Like there's just not really text on these cards. I could use Children of Corliss fair and square to just, like, if I get attacked for 6, gain the 6 back. I guess you could Doomsday, because you lose half your life and just go back to your life total. Yeah, that's not what that's for. Okay. First transformation has occurred. This is a turn 1 Doomsday. But that's about all it is. And if I blow this, the jig is up. I'm going to keep this, though. And I'm on the draw, and I have a Street Wraith. Hopefully they're just aggressively mulling to Graveyard Hate. Like, they're already on 5. This is the value of the juke. If I was just a straight Doomsday deck, I would not keep this hand. Alright, so they clearly mulled to Force of Will with no lands. Interesting. Alright, I have a land of my own here. So I can Personal Tutor. I think I want a Street Wraith first. Wait, I can Personal Tutor for a discard spell. Cycle Street Wraith, get the discard spell. Petal, cast the discard spell, then Doomsday. Alright, let's do the damn thing. Now I have to figure out how to make a Doomsday pile. Alright, so Thoughtseize on top. Cycle for that. Thoughtseize you. Let's see this hand. I got Thoughtseize instead of Cabal Therapy because I was worried about Force of Negation. Alright, well, I've come this far. If they have a second one, I'm fucked. Alright, so Doomsday resolved. Now it's time to figure out how to make a Doomsday pile. So I want the Cavern of Souls, the Thassa's Oracle. Cavern of Souls, Thassa's Oracle. I'm pretty sure I want the Edge of Autumn's already in my hand. I want the Street Wraith. So this is probably a lot easier than I'm making it. I'm just going to be super careful here. So if I put Oracle on the bottom, Cavern of Souls above it, Street Wraith and Edge of Autumn get 2 of those cards. So 5 cards. I cycle Edge of Autumn, 4 cards left. I cycle Street Wraith, 3 cards left. I need a way to get 1 more card. So I think Brainstorm and Lion's Eye Diamond get it done, or Ideas Unbound, Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, I think that is accurate. Yeah, Ideas Unbound LED. That works. All right. Yes, I am done searching. I've never cast Doomsday on Moto before. I'm not sure how it's going to have me organize these. Okay, so the first one I click is going to end up on the bottom. That's how Moto works. So Oracle's on the bottom, Cavern of Souls under it, Street Wraith under that. I want to draw the LED. Yeah, I want to draw the LED and have Ideas Unbound under it. All right, and hope they don't come up with an answer right now. They drew a land. It's a forest. All right, do they have a force for this? All right, so float blue, hold priority, cycle this, sack this, make more blue. Yeah, I mean, I guess I lose if they drew a counterspell here. All right, they didn't though. Okay. God, Doomsday's fucking stressful. All right. We navigated the first round with this, got off the each combo one time, on to the next one. Hopefully fluency builds as we go through this. And I'm on the draw, and I've kept this hand. It has both halves of the combo, force backup. I just need another mana. Ooh, they're going fast. We're playing against Oops All Spells. This is a good deck to have Force of Will in my hand against. Cabal Ritual. Trying to figure out at what point I'm supposed to counter. I guess it's right now. And we win because they can't pay for their pact. GG. Nice deck. All right, another turn 1 win for our deck. Okay, so I'm not gonna sideboard because there's no reason. Or I'm not gonna transform. I am gonna bring in my Flusterstorms just in case I get a turn. What is and is not important here? In my discard spells are straight fire. My counter spells are straight fire. Limb Duel's Vault is probably a little slow for this matchup. And let's see what else we got. And everything is pretty tight. Maybe I'm not going to need LED for this matchup. Like, I think this is a win or lose matchup. Like, I'm pretty sure getting Grizzlebrand into play and drawing 14 will win this match, just by nature of having a fistful of counterspells at that point. All right, yeah, I'm just going to run this. This hand's pretty bad. They're on 6. Yeah, if this had a reanimation spell in it to go with the Dark Ritual Entomb, I'd probably keep it even without Force. Uh-oh. This is getting worse. It's all right. Really only need a Force of Will. They went to 6. They kept 6. I can keep this on the strength of Flusterstorm, but I am on the draw, so I'm going to go again. I mean, this isn't great, but it's not bad either. So if they have to pass the turn, or if they spend a turn casting a discard spell, then I get to discard spell them back. I wonder if that's a Veil of Summer. Huh. All right, so I can Cabal Therapy them straight into this obvious Veil of Summer. Or I can Entomb my Grizzlebrand and hope I draw a land. I'm going to take that line. Yeah, they shocked in this one, and they didn't shock in this one, so I'm pretty sure they're representing Veil of Summer right now. All right, Grizzle Daddy, get in. Time to draw a mana source. Shit. All right. Now they know they have to go off, even if they're not ready, because I'm threatening this Grizzlebrand, and they know what I'm up to. I sort of put my hand on the table with that one. Yeah, and they played. All right. Maybe I'm supposed to cast the Cabal Therapy even if they do have Veil of Summer, just as something I can do. I just want to look at this deck real quick, see if there's anything weird going on. Narcomoebas, Thassa's Oracle, Dread Return. Yep, all of the pieces are there. Okay. All right, and now they know what I'm up to. Also, that was a close call. But that doesn't change my plan, and now I'm on the play, so I guess I could board in my Street Wraiths as like more ways to dig for Force of Will. Is that something that's reasonable to do? That seems weird. Shallow Grave returns the top creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if I like Entomb for Grizzlebrand, then cycle Street Wraith to find Shallow Grave later, that Street Wraith is going to be on top of Grizzlebrand. So there's a little bit of a non-bow there. All right, I'm just going to present the fastest deck that I can. All right, I have Entomb, Brainstorm, and Flusterstorm. I'm going to keep this. Just need a Shallow Grave. I have points of interaction here. Like if they don't force any action, I'm gonna entomb in the end step. Xantid Swarm shit. Alright. Well, I'm definitely entombing in the end step now. Alright, so I have my draw step plus Brainstorm to find a Shallow Grave or Goryo's Vengeance. Oh, here you are right on time. Shit, this is bad. This is real bad. This Force of Will came right at the wrong time. Daze is not helpful. Don't think this Entomb's going to help at this point. I guess I just have to hope I'm not dead. Cast Preordain and hope I don't lose. I guess Brainstorm technically could hit Lotus Petal and... Alright, yeah, so Brainstorm still has a chance to win this game. Lotus Petal and Shallow Grave. We did it. Alright, cool. Play to your outs. Even get to Thoughtseize first. So put these two back. Ritual. Thoughtseize. Cabal Ritual and Archimedes. Oh, wow, they went like all in on this Xantid Swarm. I guess that makes some amount of sense. I'm going to take their Lotus Petal. Or is it Cabal Ritual? It's one or the other. I'll take Lotus Petal. And if they Pact of Negation this, they lose because they don't have mana. Let's load up. Found some children. Pile up again. Is there any mist on Lotus Petals there? Alright. Alright, so I can just let this get exiled, and then I have... What do I have? So they have 2 packs Narcomoeba, Thassa's Oracle. I'm not sure. I don't think they can just suddenly win. I don't think there's a draw in their deck that wins the game. So I can set up a later Thoughtseize. I could go down to 2 now, trying to hit Lotus Petal into Children. I think I'm just gonna go to discard though. And just set up for the Emrakul next turn. Alright, so these counter spells are not helpful anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to discard so many cards. 5. Do I want to keep Thoughtseize? Yeah, I probably want to keep their hand under control. 5. I want to keep the Emrakul in my hand because I can Cabal Therapy myself. I guess discarding Cabal Therapy is fine. Therapy. Do I need Dark Ritual anymore? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe Dark Ritual's not that important, but if I find the cantrip, or if I find the payoff, so Brainstorm, Preordain. Okay. Yeah, so my plan is to Thoughtseize myself, then bring Brett back Emrakul. Or they can just concede, that's also fine. Their hand was not very good. They went all in on Xantid Swarm. Alright, 2-0, easy game. On to the next one. And I'm on the draw in round 3. I have my hand can Force of Will, but not do anything else. Opponent just asked if they're in a video right now, and I said, yep. Alright, so... Oh, this hand is a heater. Just need a creature. So Entomb off the top wins the game. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to ship Lotus Petal. All right, so Entomb off the top, combos. Oh no, Death and Taxes. So this is either phenomenal or terrible, depending on a number of factors. But mostly depending on if I draw Entomb quickly or not. All right, so I'm gonna play like they're not gonna have Thalia. Like if they Thalia right now, that slows me down a lot. Okay, so do I force this or do I brainstorm? Maybe I brainstorm looking. So I have to think like a combo player right now. So if I brainstorm, that gives me a chance to find a blue card and the Entomb. All right, I'm gonna try it. I think this is better than just losing my brainstorm for it. All right, turned out it was basically exactly the same. I could also just let Thalia be in play and ponder next turn. Like I have 2 Dark Rituals here. I'm just gonna let Thalia be in play. Maybe that's crazy, but I do feel like my hand can produce the mana it needs to keep playing the game. Though if they start with the Wastelands and Rashadan ports, it's gonna get a whole lot harder. Maybe I should have kept the Dark Ritual and shuffled away the Force. Because if I'm gonna let Thalia resolve, Force gets pretty bad. I'm gonna shuffle. Yeah, I should have kept Dark Ritual in hand and got rid of the Force of Will, because that's not really doing anything at this point. Hopefully their hand is just a bunch of shit, though, that doesn't further fuck with my mana. Like, just Skyclave Apparitions and Aether Vials. Oh, nope, there's the Rashadan port. No big deal. Alright, so they're gonna port my Underground Sea in the upkeep. That's fine. I have a 3rd land I can ponder. Still looking for Entomb to do the damn thing. Alright, there's Entomb and land number 4, so that's a good team. Alright, so they can port me in my upkeep. I Entomb with that land. Oh shit, but that cost me the... Alright, the 2 Dark Rituals are going to save me here. So if I Entombed in my upkeep, that would cost me land number 4. So I'm going to have to Dark Ritual Entomb in my upkeep, then... Oh wait, no, that doesn't help. I still lose the land. Alright. Oh, I can do all of it. This whole shit is an instant. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I can just Dark Ritual, Entomb, Shallow Grave, all in the upkeep. Figured it out eventually. Alright, so each of these will make 1 mana instead of the normal 2. I end up with 5 mana, which is the correct amount to combo. So they can bounce my Grizzlebrand, but I am going to draw a million zillion before that happens. Though that Caracas is fucking dangerous. Grizzlebrand's not going to be able to connect with an attack like I need him to. If I draw 7 again, this Caracas is actually gonna win the game because I don't get to attack again. Alright, maybe forcing Thalia is necessary, because even if I find all the fast mana here, like I need to find Lotus Petal and Children. Yeah, I know. That's gonna happen. I need Lotus Petal and Children to keep playing. Nope. Didn't get there. Alright, so Thalia may be a bigger problem than I expected. Well, I expected her to be a problem, but maybe she's worth just spewing your chance to cantrip to do. I don't know. That's tricky. So Death and Taxes, which of these decks is less susceptible to Thalia? They're also going to bring in Graveyard Hate. So on the play, though, I think I can just dunk on them with the Reanimator combo, and then I'll worry about Doomsdaying in game 3. Though going fast is, I think, better against Death and Taxes, even if Doomsday is more stable. Just this amount of speed is pretty threatening to D&T. The Doomsday doesn't care about Caracas, though, which is what happened last game. Well, Thalia happened last game, but Caracas also shut the door. Do I want to Echoing Truth? No. On the play, I'm not going to do that. It might be better than Daze. All right, so Echoing Truth might be better than Daze in this matchup. All right, I'm going to present the Reanimator deck again for this one. And we'll see how many Mindbreak traps they play, I guess. I would like to play first, of course. This hand, again, is looking for the Entomb, has Force of Will, plus Cantrip this time. Like, I can pitch Limdul's Vault and still Ponder this turn. Alright, let's find a monster. I'm going to fetch my basic, because I don't want to lose to Wasteland. Grizzlebrand. Do I have a way to discard Grizzlebrand? I do not. Is Brainstorm any good here? I mean, Brainstorm is usually pretty good. So if I put the Grizzlebrand on the bottom, the land under it, and the Brainstorm on top, I can shuffle and then Brainstorm, and if I find Entomb, I win. They're just gonna Caracas go. Oh, that's not Caracas. I'll take it. Deafening Silence. All right, that one's fucked. Okay, so Brainstorm's got to do the Lord's work now. I'll get another basic. Actually, I think I have to get Underground Sea now, because if this Brainstorm doesn't find Entomb, but does find Ponder, I don't want to lose this turn of development. Grizzlebrand in hand. So I think I'll put back Underground Sea and Verdant Catacombs. And I'll play my pedal out. Yeah, this isn't great. I'm going to have to take a turn just fetching. But keeping Grizzlebrand in hand, there's a second one if I draw an Entomb, but now this turns on Thoughtseize and Cabal Therapy to make my monster. Yeah, the Ponder plus Brainstorm plus having to force on turn 1, this was a sad time to be the hyper-aggressive combo deck and fall a little short. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan more aggressively, though. Though that hand was solid. I don't know. The fact that they ported me instead of playing Thalia there is probably good news. Though they could have Surgical Extraction, which is a giant problem. Oh no, what's this? Tapping out for 3 mana when they could port me. Maybe they think port just doesn't matter. Yikes, I don't think I can beat this. If they name 2, I just lose, because my answer to this also costs 2. Alright, they chose 1. That is just as bad. But at least I can Echoing Truth it this way. Alright, we lost to Death and Taxes. GG's. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to mulligan the game 2 hand just for something that's like, do you go to 5 looking for a turn 1 against this deck? They did have a solid hand while I bricked, but I don't know, maybe that's a mulligan decision. Let me know in the comments if you're an expert with TinFins. I think I figured out how I could have won last round. If I didn't ponder on turn 1 and I used the ponder to pitch to Force of Will, then I have Limdual's Vault, which can guaranteed find Entomb. I was just trying to go fast instead of go solid, but I could have gone solid there. Alright, I'm on the play for round 4. This has an all-in play where I can go LED, ponder, crack LED with ponder on the stack. And if I find a Shallow Grave or Goryo's Vengeance, I can bring back Grizzlebrand, but that's not something I'm gonna do on purpose. I will keep this hand though with the ponder and a bunch of fast mana. Like having Grizzlebrand and a discard outlet for Grizzlebrand are worth something. So there's Shallow Grave and Dark Ritual. Okay, how do I do this? I draw the Dark Ritual now, draw the Preordain, and leave Shallow Grave on top, and I can pop LED in response to Preordain and cast Shallow Grave. Okay. Let's hope this works. I guess I could also have just drawn the... Yeah, I could pitch Dark Rit to Chrome Mox, so I get that value too. I guess we'll see what they do, if they're some like fair deck or what's going on over there. Tropical Island. So if this is Rug Delver, this sucks. This is another person who knows my content. They asked if I'm playing a goofy deck today. So that might give them information to search for Force of Will that they wouldn't do otherwise. They did not shuffle. So I don't think I actually like go for it right now. Yeah, I think I make my land drops, try to sculpt my hand in the face of Tropical Island. Like that's a scary card. Yeah, I want to check their hand with a discard spell, or at least have a daze or something around. Verdant Catacombs is not a land that's usually played in Rug Delver, so they're not Rug Delver. All right, what does this do? I can Entomb in their end step, see what they got. I could bring back Grizzlebrand right now, but that's not really helpful. The beginning of the next end step. So if I Shallow Grave in their end step, I do untap with Grizzlebrand, I get it for a turn. I could present a Grizzlebrand in combat, I guess, which I don't think that would matter. They brainstormed and didn't shuffle right away. They drew one of the cards and then shuffled. So, oh, they're playing the Epic Storm. Bummer. Probably just dead. I should have dunked on him turn 2 like I had lined up. So the good news is I can Entomb, Shallow Grave, Grizzlebrand, draw 14 looking for Force of Will. Defense grid. Okay, it's time to respond to that, because I will definitely lose. All right, the bad news is this is contributing a lot of storm. So Entomb. Entomb, Grizzlebrand. I guess I should Dark Ritual. I should have Dark Ritualed first. Leaving blue mana up to Brainstorm if I need to. Though, basically, I need this Grizzlebrand to find 2 forces, 2 blue cards, because I have to assume that they have Veil of Summer available, or maybe 2 payoffs. I don't know. Yeah, there's the fucking Veil. Alright, yep. Just dead now. Alright, so I contributed several spells to the Storm count for basically no reason. Alright, what do you got? Is it Ad Nauseam or is it a deterministic Burning Wish here? Okay. Missed my chance to just shit all over them. I'll do that in the next 2 games. Whatever. Oh wait, did they? Oh, they had Lotus Petal. Alright. Yeah, they didn't pop their LED off the Burning Wish, but they didn't need to. Alright. Okay, okay. I'll bring in my Flusterstorms. Now I'm salty I didn't just go for it. Somebody commented on one of my videos recently that I play combo decks like a control player, and I lose a lot of value for that. And that game was a sign of that. Though, if you lead on Tropical Island, like, it's more likely, like significantly more likely, just in the dark, that your Tropical Island opponent is on Rugged Elver than it is that they're on the Epic Storm. And I figured out on turn 2 what they were up to, but they won on turn 2. Like, so I don't know. I feel like I played the numbers correctly, but if I also just jammed, I would have won. Hard to tell if that's results oriented or if there is an actual argument to just jam your shit. Right, I think, and I don't know how to evaluate Limb Duel's Vault, so I'm just gonna cut it. It seems a little slow for this matchup at least. And Daze is not super important. Alright, I'm just gonna submit this deck. I have my Flusterstorms now on top of my other counters. Alright, just give me a turn 1. This is not a turn 1. It does have some counters, but I would have to use Lotus Petal to preordain to try to find a land. This hand actually sucks. This is the same hand, Magic Online. Stop it. If this Thoughtseize was into him, I would keep the hand, but it's not. So I'm gonna have to, like, this is this is literally the same hand, right? I don't know. Rewind the video and let me know. They just gave me the exact same 7 cards in a different order. Okay, I'll keep this one. I'm gonna ship the LED and probably one of the Flusterstorms. Yeah, I want to Thoughtseize them first. Like, get that out of the way before Veil of Summer's online. And I want to keep the Cabal Therapy in case I draw a Grizzlebrand. Because I want to be able to dump it. This hand needs a lot of help, though. Alright. Echo, Petal, Ponder, right. Alright, I'm taking the Ponder for sure. Alright, if they draw LED and spin, okay, you got me. Alright, pedal. Just playing that out around discard. I'm gonna ponder, not brainstorm, because I actually want all these cards around. Children, I mean, Force of Will is good, Shallow Grave is good, but the rest of this doesn't really do anything. I think I have to shuffle this. Alright, shields are down. Ponder couldn't find the land I needed it to. Good news is that if they echo, my hand sucks, so that's fine. Come on, Tech, give me a break. Alright, I'm gonna brainstorm because I want to get rid of this Emrakul. Okay, okay. It's starting to come together a little bit. I have the Cabal Therapy to discard Grizzlebrand if I draw it. Now holding up Flusterstorm. I'm pretty sure holding Fluster is going to do more for me than casting Preordain. Them being up to 5 cards in hand now, though, is pretty shitty. Right, they decide it's time to do something. Make a move. Play Defense Grid. Let's invalidate my entire life. Alright, they are making some sort of move. Are they hard casting Echo? Or did they string together an ad nauseum with Veil backup off of all this? Actually, echoing here is a pretty tight play because they can just echo again next turn. I might as well fluster it now, though, I guess. Because I want the shuffle anyway. And if they echo, then I get the fluster shuffled back in, so yeah, I'm not going to let them just go nuts here. I like that they use their floating mana to pay for one of the flusters. That's style. Okay, so I'm gonna preordain and then ponder. This looks at the cards in order. Like I can bottom, this sees 3 cards, then I can see 4 more cards with the ponder. Brainstorm, children. Do I even want this brainstorm? I'm gonna shuffle. Alright, so we're about to get echoed, so I'm just gonna hold my horses here. Leave up mana so I can draw a Flusterstorm. And represent Flusterstorm if I don't draw it. The full trade binder mana base. Just Burning Wish. What do you wish for in this spot? Oh, Thoughtseize, sure. My hand sucks. Go for it. They're going to take Shallow Grave. It's the only card that makes any sense to take. But that did put them to 15, that Thoughtseize, so Emrakul is now lethal. Alright, so what card could they have in their hand that I would care about? I feel like there's a good chance it's Veil of Summer, which probably means I should have fired off the therapy. I didn't fire it off because I didn't want to get veiled, but it would have been so much better than if they veil right now and then echo while they're safe under their veil. So I just fucked that up. I was like, I'm going to play around this card, and then I just didn't instead. Okay, they didn't have it. That's good, I guess. Alright, well, I've strung together my combo by accident here, so I can Entomb for Grizzlebrand and start drawing cards right now if I need to dig for counterspells. Thoughtseize, huh? Alright, so I'll put Grizzlebrand into play, then let Thoughtseize resolve, and then make some decisions. I can Daze a Veil of Summer, which is the important part here. I guess I can't, they have a bunch of mana floating. So if I go to 2, what happens? That means I can't cast these Thoughtseizes of my own. Yeah, hopefully just drawing 14 will survive the turn and then set up for my turn. Wishclaw Talisman, and yeah, that resolves. Alright, this is getting a little scary. Alright, in the end step, I'll start drawing cards. Is that enough? Not yet. Let's draw 7 more, hope they don't have Lightning Bolt. Alright, Grizzlebrand's gone. What did I draw? I drew the other Grizzlebrand. Great. Is that actually good? So, 1. I don't think I can afford to fetch, so I might as well make my land drop here. 2. So I can Brainstorm, put Grizzlebrand back, Entomb the Grizzlebrand. Like, I really want this thing to have haste. Alright, we got there on the haste. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could hardcast Grizzlebrand this turn, but that's not what I want to be doing. Alright, Vengeance. Their deck does play Flusterstorm, but I have Fluster of my own in hand. I don't have the life to Thoughtseize, unfortunately. I think I want to... Oh, I can just win. Never mind. I was just over here thinking about what I need to cantrip into to win, but I already have it. Yeah, I can just Entomb for Emrakul and then get in for 22. Where are you, Emrakul? In response to the trigger, Shallow Grave. Graveyard goes away. I have double force plus Flusterstorm days back up to make sure this happens. All right. Out comboed the combo. And I'm still pretty sure that this build of the deck is the correct one. I don't think Doomsday is better against the Epic Storm than TinFins is. And yep, right in. All right, so I can turn 2 a Grizzlebrand or Thoughtseize them, and then turn 3 a Grizzlebrand. If I draw Dark Ritual, I have a turn 1 Grizzlebrand. If they Thoughtseize me, they probably take Thoughtseize, and then they have to win on turn 2. Right, they're mulling to 5 over there. I'll take that. I'm probably not going to Thoughtseize them on turn 1, because just playing into Veil of Summer would be such a blowout. Unless they tap out or they play a land. Like if they Ponder turn 1 or they play a land that doesn't cast Veil, if they just Volcanic Island pass, I might Thoughtseize. Because my path to victory is lined up here, I just need to not die first. Alright, that casts Veil of Summer if they wanted to, so that's not the play. And they've seen Flusterstorm, they've seen Force of Will and Daze, so I can just hold up blue mana and represent all of those things. So now they're in the spot where they need to win because I can go off on turn 2, but they also need to respect my counter spells. I actually have double Entomb, so even if they do have their Flusterstorm here, that's not even that bad. I'm pretty sure Flusterstorm in Tess is a thing. Like, I don't think I made that up. We'll see. Right, Grizzlebrand, get in. Dark Ritual was a pretty good draw. So on a Dark Ritual first. Then I'm going to Thoughtseize. If they Veil of Summer, they Veil. But I want to take a look. And if they have Graveyard Hate, I can Shallow Grave at instant speed, so that doesn't even matter. Oh god, what's happening? Dark Ritual in response. Or are they going to Ad Nauseam? Because that would be pretty cool. Alright, they are going to Ad Nauseam. So I'm going to Shallow Grave. I'm going to dig for Force of Will or Daze. Alright, I found Force. Should be able to figure this out from here, I hope. Oh wow, they just have Verdant Catacombs. So, oh, by figure this out, I mean I literally have all of it in my hand already. Boop, boop, boop. Taylor Swift. And we're off. GG's. The flawless victory, no permanents, no life points. They do have one card in hand though, but only because it was a land. If it was a spell, Thoughtseize would have got it. Almost the full flawless victory. Alright, on to the final round, playing for 4 run. Not bad. On the draw in the final round. This hand, not quite there. This is like closer than it may seem. Like this does put Grizzlebrand in the graveyard in multiple ways, but no, if this was an Underground Sea instead of a Lotus Petal, I would keep it. This is an even worse hand. It does contain Force of Will though. My opponent is also on a Multi 6. Opponent kept 6. I'm gonna have to keep going. Alright, this is a keep. I'm gonna send some of these extra Landos to the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna ship the lands. This way I can force something and still have a cantrip to keep playing. Ancient Tomb. Chalice of the Void is not a particularly beatable card for me. Yep, can't beat that one. Not turn 1. I could beat it on turn 2. So there's nothing I can ponder into that could win the game here. So what I'm going to do is entomb this turn, and then I can ponder looking for ways out next turn. Blood Moon, huh? Alright. I'll fetch basic Swamp. And I'm going to entomb my Grizzfather. Grizzlebrand. In you go. Alright, time to draw. I have a 6 outer. One of my reanimation spells. LED is not the most embarrassing thing there's ever been. But unfortunately it doesn't cast this Ponder. Alright, so they're gonna need to clock me eventually. So they have 3 mana, not 5, because of their own Blood Moon. Trinisphere, I probably just pack it up too. What else do I? A Goblin, I would have a couple turns to race. Oh, there's the Trinisphere, great. Cool. Alright, so let's see if I can draw 2 lands and then Shallow Grave in a row. Nope. Alright, yeah, probably just dead here. This matchup seems really bad. Guess that's probably not even true, though. Alright, now that they have a clock backed by the Trinisphere, I can't beat that. I had a window. I had a 6-outer to draw one of my Reanimator spells and just kill them. But okay, so Echoing Truth definitely coming in. I think that on the play, I still want to be TinFins. On the draw, I can consider if I'd rather be Doomsday. Though I don't know why I would change that. So the truths are coming in. Cabal Therapy and Thoughtseize get a lot worse. Because that's not the axis I'm trying to exist on in this matchup. I could bring in the Personal Tutor, I guess, as just trying to turbo out my combo. Like, find the missing piece. I feel like Personal Tutor... Oh, for a sorcery card. That's why it's not in the main deck. It's not just a sorcery speed Mystical Tutor. It's literally only gets sorceries, so it can't get Vengeance or Entomb. That's why it's not in. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Alright, game 1 deck plus Echoing Truth. This has 2 basic lands and a lot of interaction. I'm going to keep this. I did take out 2 of my 3 discard spells, so this Grizzlebrand in hand is a lot worse than it was last game. Shallow Grave, Dark Ritual. Alright, Dark Ritual. This is actually not what I need. I need a discard spell or an Entomb. I already have the Vengeance half of this, so I'm gonna ship this. Right, Brainstorm's a good one. Brainstorm can find, like we saw in one of the earlier matches, Brainstorm can string together the Lotus Petal plus the Entomb. Like, you can completely change the texture of your hand with a Brainstorm compared to Ponder, which only can ever change one card. Alright, now they have to figure out what they're leading on. I hope it's Blood Moon, because I am completely ready for that. I hope they don't play Chalice of the Void and play around Daze, but I do have the Force as a backup plan just in case. I love letting Blood Moon resolve, though. That's one of my kinks in Legacy. Just Blood Moon resolves, and I don't care. It did mess me up a lot last game. Chalice on 0. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, so now the Lotus Petal and LED are off, but those are only like kind of my plan. This would have been way worse on 1. Rabble Master. Do I daze that or just try to beat it? I think I'm just going to race it. It's going to very quickly, like as soon as next turn, it'll be 7 less cards I can draw with Grizzlebrand. Oh, Jesus. All right. Brainstorm, put back probably both Grizzlebrands. Oh my god. This Chalice on 0 is actually about to kill me. Like, this would have been totally fine otherwise. Like, I could have just preordained, got rid of my stuff. Yeah, I'm putting back both Grizzlebrands. I'm going to have to preordain one of them away next turn. Yeah, this is shitty. This was so smart. I'm mad about it. I would have definitely countered it on 1, but I let it resolve on 0. Alright. I would not lie to you. Yeah, so Lotus Petal being dead means Children is also dead, because Lotus Petal is the only way I have to cast Children. Oh, I don't even know how I can win this game now. I'm going to have to bottom Grizzlebrand. I only see one fresh card off of this Preordain. Entomb nowhere in sight. I can't use fast mana. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. Alright, bottom both of these. Yeah, that card had to be Entomb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another 3, 8. Yeah, that had to be another Entomb, and so I can Goryo's Vengeance in combat. I guess I have one more chance here, depending on what their next payoff is, but I have one more chance to draw Entomb, just to like play a little longer. But I am at 3, so I don't even get to draw cards. And if they have any disruptive element left here. Right, do I save this for a brainstorm? Oh yeah, I did just bottom several cards I don't want, so I think shuffling is actually worse than drawing. And we're dead. Alright. Dumpstered by Red Prison. This deck is very good against combo, so I mean, that's okay. Alright, so Bryant Cook, the owner of the EpicStorm.com and my Eternal Glory podcast co-host, says all the time that he likes navigating against blue decks with combo and hates playing against prison decks, and that's what we experienced in this league. We beat the 3 blue decks, or I guess there were 2 blue decks and 1 other combo deck, and we lost to Death and Taxes and Red Prison, which were able to chain together Hateful Permanents and lock us out of playing spells. So this league was pretty fun. Chris did not lie. It was not as complicated as I thought. There weren't a lot of Doomsday games, I think, was part of the lack of complication. I think if we were just playing Doomsday, we'd had to work a lot harder. But just happened to play against a bunch of decks where being TinFins was better. I did win the one Doomsday game we played, though, so count that. But yeah, this deck was a lot of fun. If you like combo, this is 2 combo decks. Chris also said that you could build this either way. Like, you could put the Doomsday package in the main deck and board into TinFins. I think that it's better this way because TinFins is so cheesy and it demands graveyard hate. Like, I think that getting off of TinFins and onto Doomsday makes more sense, but you can build it either way. So that's cool. But this deck was fun. I'm not sure if the transformational sideboard is great. I'm not an expert. I don't even know what a TinFin sideboard would look like if you just played TinFins, though I'm pretty sure just playing Doomsday is better than playing this hybrid or playing TinFins. But I'm not the expert. This was fun for what it was, and everyone, thanks for watching. Chris, thanks for the deck. Remember, if you want me to play your deck, you can join my Patreon or just get in touch for a donation deck list. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.